Gamification is the absolute worst thing that has ever happened to early childhood education. Most parents believe that to get a 4-year-old to learn reading or math, you have to trick them with flashy animations and in-game rewards. You probably celebrate when they unlock a new digital hat. Here is the brutal truth. If a cartoon monkey is dancing while presenting a math problem, your child's brain is spending 90% of its energy processing the monkey and only 10% on the math. The gamification isn't an incentive, it's a massive distraction that actively fractures their attention span. To build a child who actually loves learning, we have to shut down the EdTech casino. And I know this works, because I am a father of 2 boys. I founded Eleventy School specifically because I desperately wanted a calm, hyper-focused place for my own sons to learn without the chaos. To stop the casino, we first need to look closely at who exactly built the apps on your iPad right now. Parents constantly download these top-rated toddler apps, thinking they are finally securing their child's foundation. But if you don't audit what's inside them, you risk permanently altering their ability to focus. You're probably thinking, but the app was designed to be engaging. Actually, most of these heavy hitters are built by game designers. Their ultimate underlying metric isn't cognitive growth, it's screen time retention. They want your child clicking for as long as possible. The worst possible mistake parents make is assuming that just because an app has numbers on it, it must be educational. We call this the illusion of competence. When your child is rapidly tapping flashing buttons and getting showered with digital coins, they aren't mastering the math, they are just guessing rapidly until they pass the level. It's exactly like feeding them a bowl of candy instead of broccoli and calling it a healthy meal. But that's not even the most dangerous part of these apps. The real danger is what those flashing rewards are actively doing to their young brain chemistry. Every single time they hear that loud, chaotic "good job" sound effect, their brain is getting hit with the exact same chemical spike an adult gets when a casino slot machine pays out. And here is the terrifying part. When you spike their dopamine levels that high just for tapping a screen, you are permanently resetting their baseline. When you finally ask them to sit down with a normal, quiet picture book, their brain physically protests because it feels painfully boring. They throw a massive tantrum when you turn off the screen because you aren't just taking away a game, you are cutting off their supply. This is the slot machine effect. We are training them to crave cheap dopamine hits, not deep learning. It's entirely counterproductive to the independence you want to build. Therefore, the only logical solution is to change the environment entirely. Changing the environment means we have to radically reduce what neuroscientists call cognitive load. If you don't completely eliminate the visual clutter on their screen, your child will literally never experience a true state of deep focus. Most parents feel immense guilt when their kid looks bored, so they overstimulate them. They desperately want learning to be fun. But think about your own workday for a second. Would you be able to write a complex email if a clown was blowing a horn in the corner of your office? Your child is trying to learn the foundational building blocks of human logic, and we are throwing digital clowns at them. We have to understand the 90-10 rule. If the interface is flashing, ringing bells, and animating characters, 90% of their energy goes to processing the interface, leaving only 10% for the actual problem. You have to ruthlessly strip away the noise so their brain only processes the signal. It's exactly like turning off the car radio when you're trying to parallel park. But when you finally achieve this total silence, you unlock the ultimate superpower: calm tech. Calm tech is a minimalist, distraction-free interface that completely separates computer games from EdTech. When you remove the avatars, the fake money, and the gamification, something magical happens. The child has to sit in the quiet. They have to wrestle with the friction of the concept. And when they finally solve it, the pride they feel is pure, intrinsic, and incredibly powerful. This is how you act as the architect of their success. You secure an unshakable academic foundation, enhance their focus, and you get the immense, quiet pride of raising a top-performing learner. Now you know that gamification and high cognitive load are fracturing their attention spans. But observing a child transition from an app addict into a state of intense, silent, deep focus requires a very specific toolkit that most parents lack the energy to build from scratch. So, I want you to go into 11T School today, set up a simple 10-minute session, and just watch them. Observe your child's intense focus during the session. Notice the complete absence of that glassy, zombie screen stare. We handle all the curriculum and heavy lifting, giving you the perfect calm tech environment instantly. Click the link below to secure their foundation right now.